Let's talk about what happens when you are avoiding the feeling of guilt. If you say yes to things that you really don't want to do, like your friend says, "Do you want to go out for drinks on Friday night?" And you're trying not to drink and you're trying to stay in and save money, but you don't want your friend to feel bad and you don't want to feel guilty, so you just go anyway. Or maybe your kid says, "Hey, can we go get ice cream on the way home?" And you know that it's not the best idea for them to have ice cream this late at night, or you don't have enough money to buy ice cream, but you don't want them to feel bad, so you just get the ice cream anyway. Or another way that you could be avoiding guilt is not by doing things that you don't want to do, but by being defensive. So if you find yourself like having a conflict with someone and you become super defensive and you won't even look at your part in it because you don't want to feel the guilt that you might possibly feel in making a mistake, then you are probably avoiding guilt. Something else that you might do is you might lie to yourself and to the other person, or you might avoid the other person altogether because you just feel too guilty about what you've done. So, all of those things are fine to do, but if you feel like they're creating situations in your life that are not the best for you, here is how you can process guilt a little bit better than the way you've been doing it. Okay, so first, find out, where do you feel guilt inside of your body? So stop what you're doing and just feel it. Think of something that you feel guilty for and notice where it is. For me, I feel guilt in my gut, in my stomach. That's also where I feel shame, which is a heavier emotion than guilt, because it's saying there's something wrong with me, not I did something wrong. But shame means there's something wrong with me, and they're different, but also similar. But anyways, so find out where you feel it in your body so that when you are feeling guilty, you can recognize where it is. And then what you want to do is you want to stop, put your hand on your heart, take a deep breath, and allow the guilt to be there. I like to tell myself it's okay to be human. Humans make mistakes. I still love myself, even though I made a mistake. Other people still love me, even if I made a mistake. My family still loves me. Okay, so I normalize feeling guilty, making mistakes, because I am a human. When you allow it and just breathe it, let it go through your body, release the guilt, then you are ready for the next step. So the next step is to actually look at the thought that's creating the guilt. So ask yourself, why do I feel guilty? What am I thinking? So once that thought comes up, I want you to really look at it. I want you to take a step back, come out of your brain as best you can, and ask yourself, is this true? Whatever that thing is it true that I should feel guilty about this? Because sometimes feeling guilty is a good thing, okay? But most of the time, we feel guilty about things that we do not need to feel guilty about. So we want to stop and we want to analyze it. So, do I need to feel guilt about this? If the answer is no, do your best to just let that go. Okay? You can come up with all the reasons why you do not need to feel guilty about that, so that when the thought comes back up, you remind yourself of those reasons. Okay? Now, the next part is this. Do I want to feel guilty about this? Why would you want to feel guilty about something? Because you want to fix your mistake. So if I did something wrong that I feel guilty about, how can I use this emotion to make it better? So first ask, is there something I can do right now? Maybe you can apologize to someone. Maybe you can buy, like you lost something, so you buy another one and give it to the person. How can I fix or mend it right now? Then ask yourself, what can I do next time to avoid making the same mistake again. Okay? So again, allow the emotion, remind yourself that you're human, but then look at it. Do I want to feel guilty about this, or do I not want to feel guilty about this? So I want to know in the comments, what do you feel the most guilt for? And let me know, is it true? Do you really need to feel that guilt? Is it a helpful emotion for you? Or are you ready to let it go?